Hey guys, welcome back. Now for the second install of hood pins. So these are a little bit different. So these are what we're gonna be installing as kind of like a secondary, is these little push button ones. So where I'm gonna install them is right at the other bump stops that I didn't install the last one. So you do have these bump stops, and don't mind this white stuff, it's just buffing compound because I still gotta buff this orange pill out of here so that it can look like that. So just take a flathead, and I'm just gonna break mine off. Like I said, I'm not really too worried about them. And so this is where I'm gonna be doing both of those. I've already done the first trick like I did in the last video. So this is where those should line up. So once I get those mounted, I'm gonna double check it. So I've got this one in. You do have to drill that hole a little bigger because obviously that hole is quite a bit smaller than what this pin is. So we're gonna do this exact same thing to that exact same side. This side does have some interference, so we're gonna end up putting this long extension. And the bolts that these ones come with are 3/4. And so we're gonna thread this from the bottom up. Okay, so now that we got these on, we're gonna dab some grease just on top of them so that we can mark it. If we're right, it should be about there. Okay, so after you do that, now that we found it, you can clearly see where those dabs are. So now we're gonna drill. I got the first hole drilled. We're not gonna drill all the way through the hood yet. We're gonna grab a hole saw and cut it the size of this little screw-on mechanism that goes on here, just for underneath, so you're not going to cut all the way through the hood. Okay, so next step is dab some grease on these, and then go ahead and shut that hood and let it dab exactly where it needs to be. And then we're going to drill a hole right through the hood, and then we're going to tape it just so that we don't scuff up too much paint when we're putting that stuff on. So I've got these all ready to go. So now we're gonna use the hole saw to cut the correct hole for those pins. All right, now you got these perfect holes that these will just sit right in, and then you can just adjust the bottom thing so they go in there. I'm gonna pull off the tape. So by the time you guys are done, you should have this big circle right there ready to go. And then you should also have, I cut a square for all of mine. I didn't have a big enough hole saw, so I just cut it out with my Dremel. And so now we're gonna go ahead and install those hood locks. So after you get these completely installed, go ahead and twist on this little circular piece. And then these rubbers, I ended up just using from some arrow catch ones that I had. So I really like this way better. But yeah, these things work pretty well. They sit pretty flush and they look really good. Say underneath, I've got a total of 4 hood pins on here just so that I have the extra comfort knowing that my hood isn't going to fly up in my face. So yeah, this is how you guys do the install. Hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Please go ahead and like and follow and subscribe, and make sure that you stay on with plenty more content, and we'll keep wrenching away at building the race Miata.